The NCIS LA two-part series finale kicks off this Sunday, May 14th. And joining me now are stars of the show, Daniela Rua and Eric Christian Olsen. Thank you both for joining me. Congrats on such a successful run with this show. How are you both?
Thank you. Thank you for
I'm
having us.
great. Very happy to be here with you.
Okay, so as I mentioned, the series finale is two parts and it kicks off this Sunday. So what was it like for you all creating this special finale? And is there anything that you can tease about it?
Eric?
It was surreal to make a finale. It's after 323 episodes. As far as teasing, lots that we can tease, which is that obviously there's a fantastic case, and we have an amazing guest star with Randy Couture, who, if you know him from the world of MMA, he's legendary and so thoughtful and fantastic in the episode. And then we have all the culmination of 14 years of storylines coming to a wonderful close in this chapter. So you've got Callan and Anna getting married and all the complications that come from that. You've got characters you haven't seen in a long time that come back for that wedding. You have a wonderful reveal with Kenzie and Deeks. Like it is everything you want and more.
Yeah, I love that. And I think that's a great tease. So as the show's coming to a close, what will you all miss most about the characters that you play and your fellow cast members?
Ooh, what will I miss most about about my cast members? I will miss everything. I mean, we had and the crew as well. We had an incredible amount of fun sort of off camera and that translated to on camera. We knew each other so well. And, when I was doing, for example, my scenes with Eric, and he would do something off camera or improvise something that he knew would get a particular reaction out of me that would work for the scene, because he knows what my buttons are and I know what his buttons are. And we would just, that kind of synergy and camaraderie that's been developing over 14 years would definitely translate onto the camera. So I'm going to miss all of that. I'm going to miss, bursting into laughter. LL Cool J literally going to the floor laughing at something and, cut. Okay, let's wait till everybody's tears have stopped flowing from laughing so hard. So I'm going to miss all of that. In regards to the character, Kenzie's always with me, right? We shared a body for 14 years. So I'm wearing her shirt right now, by the way. I made a point of wearing one of the shirts. I know it just seems like a plain Bordeaux long sleeve shirt, but this was Kenzie's for many years. So
I love
You stole that? You said I'm taking this with me?
I asked if I could have it. I don't know if I stole it.
Stole it. You stole
I
it.
stole it.
Stole it.
Along with a lot of shoes and workout gear. And so, come on, these are amazing, comfortable, and I know they fit. So
there you go. I love it. Now, Eric, what would you say that you'll miss most about the character that you play?
What I loved about Deeks is that when I was growing up watching television and film, that we didn't have kind of this bad undercover agent that showed fearless vulnerability. And I think that they've done a great job with that with Deeks, is that he's got those wonderful highs and those moments of action and bravery and courage, but then moments of real vulnerability and fear and working through those obstacles. And I think that's helpful for your audience to make them feel like they're not so alone in their own journey, which is that we are all just a complicated species doing the best we can to fumble through existence. And I think you need that in your heroes, which is that depth and vulnerability. So that's something that I will miss playing for sure.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'm glad that they gave us an opportunity to do it, because it brings me great joy to watch someone watch my character cry on screen, because that makes it better. It makes it go, all right, it's not just me that has these feelings.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a purpose in the character, which I think is really cool. Now, you touched on this a little bit, but your characters, Kenzie and Deeks, actually got married at the end of the 10th season. So you guys are an on-screen couple. What's that been like for the two of you?
it's been, I see you're grinning, Eric. You're like, what is she going to say about that?
I was just glad you were answering it.
No, it changes sort of the dynamic of how you play things, right? Because it was will they, won't they for so long. And then, okay, yes, they did. And then it's Kenzie's hesitancy to fully settle down, but the fear of losing Deeks and realizing that you can't, or she in this particular case, and Deeks, they have such broken backgrounds and they have no blueprint for a stable family life. And, the fact that they together kind of both decide to break the chain of what's the word I'm looking for? They just decide to break the chain and create their own version of what a healthy, happy family looks like. So it was really fulfilling to play that with Eric, because as these things were happening to the characters, Eric and I were also creating our own families off screen in real life, right? Like Eric got married while on the show, had his kids while on the show, and so did I. So I think we and the characters all matured sort of at the same time, and we're able to sort of like play that on screen afterwards. And then I love working with Eric, like where we have chemistry. We know each other so well. We're just sort of able to predict each other's reactions in the scene a little bit. I know I've learned a ton about comedy and working with the camera from Eric. So, it's been an incredible journey. And I was happy that the characters got married because they deserved it. They deserve to find that happiness with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, is there anything that either of you would want to share as like a final note with the fans?
I just spoke a lot. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I can say that just deep and sincere appreciation and gratitude for them sticking around for so many years, because TV is a business model and it only gets picked up for another season if people watch it, and people have stuck by us and watched it and allowed us to do 14 years. And I think that if there's anything to convey in this as we come to an end, it's how much we appreciate that support. And I think that we've met now hundreds of people at events that have come up and said, this is a show I watched with my parents and I watched with my grandparents. And then that grandparent passed away. And it's something I still watch because it's something I shared with them. And that experience of shared joy, I still feel it when I watch the show. And I think that is so fulfilling as actors, because you get to know that something you're doing is being embraced, and in a way that has allowed us to really start our lives and our adult lives. So yeah, just great gratitude and appreciation and celebration of our audience.
Yeah, absolutely. And also to be able to represent characters, like we've been given the privilege of representing characters that are able to inspire younger generations. You know what I mean? That's a hefty responsibility. And I think Eric and I are both more than happy to take on that responsibility. And this, what Eric was saying about this vulnerability, like a strong, intelligent, capable man can be vulnerable out loud. That's okay. And it's a healthy thing to do. And it's something that I think a lot of people can identify with. Kenzie being a strong female in this job, being super physically and mentally and emotionally capable, going through the journey of infertility, finding love. I think these are all great examples. I mean, I've heard numerous times of young girls in my case who are like, I want to become an agent like Kenzie, or, oh, I got over this because Kenzie made me believe or made me feel like I should follow something that's important to me and go after it. So if we were able to represent that in any young person's life, that's such a privilege. And I'm so grateful that we've been given that opportunity. And I have so much love for the people that have touched us and that we've been able to touch,
Yeah, absolutely. I love that idea of breaking stereotypes too. I think that's really important and speaks to the power of TV. Okay, Daniela, Eric, thank you both so much. This has been such a pleasure. The finale of NCIS LA this Sunday and next Sunday on CBS. Don't miss it.
Thank you, Blake.
Thank you, Blake.